Well, for the presentation of this case study, we will see the company Airbnb, which is a pretty recent global company that has gained massive popularity these last years and is enjoying success thanks to innovation. So basically, this company started because the founders, who were roommates, needed to make some money for rent, and a conference was gonna happen in San Francisco in the year 2008, and they decided to rent their apartment for a night. After the initial rent happened, they had the idea to make Airbnb, which was called Air Bed and Breakfast, something bigger, and not only in their place but connecting all kind of people who wanted to rent their place to make extra money. For many failed attempts at getting funding, Sequoia Capital gave these founders enough money to start developing the idea that was Airbnb, which was to connect people in all over the world to rent their place. Airbnb can be considered a born global company because from the start it looked to operate in many cities across the globe, and their internalization was practically like totally connected to the idea of the business. Well, Airbnb couldn't be possible if not for the communication technology, internet, phones, tablets, laptops, since all the operations are done by the clients via their website or the app. Key to the success of Airbnb is the millennial lifestyle, because this is a company that totally goes with the millennial trend of traveling and that suits the millennial needs in ways that hotels sometimes cannot do. These millennial values, what we see is that first, they look for practical things like cheap, useful, and not too much, and also for new experiences and things they haven't seen or done before. The sharing economy is the concept behind the company of Airbnb. It's a socio-economic model that looks to benefit everyone involved, and it basically means what's mine, it's yours, and that can be seen in the front page of the Airbnb company philosophy. Example of the Airbnb experience versus a hotel is that maybe you want to stay in a part of the city where local people live and you don't want to see the tourist attractions, but you want to experience the culture and lifestyle, and that's something hotels sometimes can give. So basically, what Airbnb did was creating a blue ocean in a competitive market that was the hotel industry, but doing it so differently that they totally separated themselves from the supposed competition and virtually have no competition today. So basically, Airbnb adapts more to the millennial lifestyle and the millennial ways because not all people have the philosophy and the open mind to try Airbnb, and that's why its customer base are young people. Airbnb has been successful in Latin America, with the main countries being Mexico, Cuba, and Argentina. And it's because in developing economies, sometimes hotel chains aren't as accessible, and that's why Airbnb comes to play a main role in the industry here. Many hotels are against the concept of Airbnb because they say it's playing unfairly against them, since they don't have the taxes and the fares hotels have to pay. And that's why there's a legal war in many cities against Airbnb. In conclusion, what we can say is that Airbnb is enjoying from a really big success right now, but thanks to legal pressure, bans, and legislations, it could have a pretty uncertain future, just like companies like Uber, for example, and we don't know what's going to happen just yet.